believe globalization is the increasing of humans across nations and incorporating both different ethnic groups and races. So I believe it's a good thing. Globalization is a good thing. We should all get together, communicate, and come up with different ideas for different solutions.
Globalization to me is just the expansion of business worldwide, incorporating other countries into like the Western world and stuff like that. And I think it's very important. It's going to be very important.
Globalization to me means integrating and interacting with all the nations throughout the world. And yes, I believe it is a good thing.
Globalization is a good thing. What do I think it is? I think it's just a merging of cultures. I think it's a merging of different countries and different cultures have things to add. And when you put all these things together, it's going to increase your abilities exponentially. 2 times 2 is 4, times 4 is 16, and there are just leaps and leaps and leaps that go beyond it.
What do I think globalization is, and is it a good or a bad thing?
Right.
I think globalization is a trend that is never ending, and it is a movement toward the interdependence of economies, interdependence of nations, and interdependence of businesses. I think it is generally a good thing, but it comes with both winners and losers.
I think it's the exportation of jobs to other countries, and for America it's probably a bad thing because we're losing jobs, but for other countries it's very good because we're gaining jobs.
I think it's everyone working together as a whole, try to get things even for everyone, and I think it's a good idea.
Globalization, I think it's like when companies start in one country and then they spread out and they either have their production in a different company or they trade and sell with other companies. So it's kind of like the economy's like meshing as one for the whole world. Oh gosh, if it's a good or bad thing, I think it honestly depends on the situation.
Okay, so I kind of think of globalization as being like a homogenization of not only economics but of cultures and just all practices we have. So as far as economically, I think it can be a good and bad thing. You do have these giant corporations that can spread out and like bring new technologies and new practices, labor practices and everything to other parts of the world that can technically like help them. But then these giant companies can also exploit those people. I think it's also kind of dangerous like culturally. Like we have to be aware that cultures are going to start blending together, and you might lose some cultural identity there.
Globalization is, I guess, business or entities communicating with each other across borders and waters and opening trade barriers and such. I think it's a great thing. I mean, there's no way to stop it. It's already happening.
Globalization is a spread of ideas and just ways of doing things throughout the world by communication and through business, and I think that we have to say if it's a good or bad thing. I think it's a good thing, though it has some negative consequences, but overall I think the sharing of ideas can create new solutions and greater innovation.
Globalization, I think it has to do with the world, apparently, just like, it's our awareness of it. I have no idea.
I feel like globalization is the spreading out of different cultures and different, styles of living and different, theories and, different practices of different things from one region to another. And I think it both is good and is bad at the same time. Some countries I think it's worse than others.